crispy.
Welcome back, everyone, for another X Factor two-pack figure review. You know, this set we got Cyclops, we got Havok, we got the Summers brothers all in one set. Pretty awesome. You know, I've said it before, the 90s X Factor is such a big deal, and then the Cyclops is actually the first Marvel action figure our first X-Men action figure I owned was this Toy Biz one just like it. And also, most comics I was really into when I was younger had this version of X Factor Cyclops. So I just think it looks better than the first design. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, great getting these two. Let's open them up. So here we have yeah, Cyclops and Havok comes with his two what do you call it? Energy effects that are new to Minimates this wave. We saw Polaris has the green ones. Yeah, it's nice that they added that in. It's, to me, it's more of a Havok effect, although I think it works very well for Polaris. But just all the circles, it's more Havok based to me. And then we have Cyclops, comes with his hair visor headpiece, which is always nice. That they threw something else, and it would be great if we had more energy effects for him. Maybe some red plasma coming out of the side of his eyes, corner of his eye, excuse me, or something like that. But yeah, still nice that they gave us a little something extra. And of course, we got Guido's legs there, just getting that much closer to finishing that Build-A-Figure. Yeah, so here we are. We have Cyclops and Havok. Cyclops in that just nice looking blue, very sharp suit. They did a great job with the muscles on his body and everything. Yeah, nice looking figure. Yeah, and one thing with these X Factor mates, they all have like the puffy shoulder pads on their arms, which is appropriate for that era of X-Men, but it kind of takes away from the articulation a little bit. So, and I think that's the same thing with Polaris too. She has that same kind of shoulder piece that really kind of stunts articulation. But I'll make it work, whatever. Looks like Havok also has a new hairpiece. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen that before. It would actually make a really good Gambit hairpiece with that same exact style of head where the thing around his head is printed. But yeah, it's Havok looks great. This old Cyclops, I can see how maybe X Factor doesn't the Cyclops, the original X-Men X Factor may not appeal to people, but the figures all look great so far. They're very cool, so very well done. So anyways, yeah, so I got a setup and back, classic X-Men setup and back. Let's take a look at that. So here's our first setup. We have this is pretty much straight out of the comics. We got Mother Scani taking Nathan Summers into the future. This is towards the end of the X Factor run with the original 5 before the 90s X Factor took over. And basically, Apocalypse, Cyclops, and Madeline Pryor's son is supposed to be the one to kill Apocalypse. Apocalypse finds out and infects him with a virus that will turn him into a machine. And after they discover that there's no cure, this other character named Mother Scani shows up, offers to take him to the future where they can treat him. And then Cyclops has to give up Nathan as an infant, and he ends up going into the future. So, yeah, this is just a redo of that scene. We have the original 5 there. We got the new Beast, we got the new Jean Grey, we got Cyclops, and then this Iceman is from the X Factor box set. And then that's the original Archangel. I haven't opened up the other one yet. Otherwise, I'd be using the new one. But throw him in there, and yeah, I have the original. I really like Nathan Summers' whole storyline. There's a lot there. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of Cable, but yeah, he's a pretty great character in my opinion. So yeah, let's go on to another shot. This one will be another Cable Nathan Summers shot. And actually, I kind of forgot. Let's take a look at this setup first before I go to that next shot. We basically got a bunch of construction equipment, broken out, blown out buildings. These are from a tabletop gaming thing for Marvel called, I forget what they're called actually. It's a tabletop gaming Marvel. They have these little six-sided, whatever you call them, hexagons, and they all hook up together. God, I wish I could remember the name offhand right now because they're cool little dio pieces. But we got that set up for like a blown out building. We got this blue transparent plastic that have a light behind us to kind of make it glow a little bit for the pictures. And then they're all on a roll up piece of terrain you can get at any craft store or whatever. And then, yeah, a couple of odds and ends, some barrels, some rocks, some fallen iron or whatever. And then in back, we have two buildings just to help fill out the background. Otherwise, it was just going to be a dark blue with clouds. But, you know, they're still in a city setting. So I thought it'd be cool just to throw those back there. So, and then you get this, yeah, cool depth to this shot. Yeah. Tons of fun making this shot. You know, it's one of those scenes, one of those storylines that always stuck out in my mind. I think it's kind of an underrated X story, actually. So, anyways, on to the next one. Yeah, so next shot, we got Cyclops and Cable doing some war planning in a desert-like setting. This is kind of based off Extinction Agenda. There's a scene where Cyclops and Cable work together, and it's long before it came out that he was actually Christopher Summers, Christopher Nathan, I forget which one. I think it was Nathan Christopher. Anyways, yeah, it's Extinction Agenda. It's maybe like the third book in, and the two of them kind of plan their assault. And Jean Grey and Cannonball weren't in the background. Cyclops is shirtless. I think he was wearing like a mutate costume up to that point or something. But you know, the scene's loosely based on it. It's not 100% what happened then. But some people may recognize it. Others may not. But it's kind of one of those scenes that always stuck out to me and stuff. So anyways, yeah, let's do one more shot. So, like I said before in the last video, it'd be kind of nice to, as we go along, add each, what do you say, X Factor member. We're getting that much closer to having the team. Just got one more package to go, and we got the Build-A-Figure and Multiple Man. So, yeah, group shot with them, and then I thought, I've always been a big fan of the Cyclops and Havok, like Dynamic, them being brothers. So let's do a picture with the uncanny 90s X-Men and, the 90s X Factor, which I just love those team-ups. We've done a few of those. The last shot was Cable and Cyclops. It's great mixing those guys. I think I'm going to do a separate video for Strong Guy versus the Archangel and Multiple Man review. I'm going to do a Strong Guy one, and we're going to see a lot of crossover, I think, in that one. But, yeah, very cool stuff. It's basically just Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Cyclops handing off Avalanche to Havok and his team, which they're they're a government entity, a branch of the government. X Factor is, so it would make sense that if say the X-Men captured Avalanche, they would call Havok for a pickup. So and then in back we got Polaris kind of using her powers on Avalanche, who has a chain around his neck and is wearing all metal, so she'd be able to control him. And then basically I'm just centering it up to where Polaris, Havok isn't blocking Polaris at all, and we can see Avalanche kind of all rigid with that chain around his neck. And we basically slipped Wolverine and Jean Grey between Cyclops and Havok, and just kind of fill in as many blanks as possible. If I had the Multiple Man set, he would be there'd be like six or seven of them behind Polaris and Wolfsbane right now. So, but don't have it open yet. That's coming very soon. We'll get to that review hopefully by tomorrow, and we'll do some fun stuff with that. So, anyways, thanks for viewing, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. Check out the description of this video for my Instagram and Facebook links, where I have all my Minimate pictures, So yeah, anyways, we'll see you guys at the next video. Bye now.